Hey, greetings from Texas. Happy Fire Up Friday, Flint Friday, Fatwood Friday, Coffee Friday. Today we're going to do a couple things. I put together this little hobo burn barrel. I just screwed some bolts from the bottom. Ordered this off eBay. Anyway, if you want to make one, I already had the holes, everything in it. And I built a hobo stove poker for Steve at General Patton's Bushcraft, so I decided to make me one. I like to go to pawn shops and they have big bins of just old tools, sockets, and I buy old screwdrivers. I mean, they're like a quarter. So I cleaned this one up, made myself a hobo stove poker, put together a couple more Ferro rods. And I had an idea by watching Expeditionary Johnny, and then he mentioned SD Mountain Man. We got a lot of channel shoutouts going on, and I thought about putting a point on a Ferro rod. So anyway, I made this Ferro rod, and it was kind of angled, and I thought, well, this would be really good for a left-handed person. You're striking the Ferro rod this way, or you can go ambidextrous, but the curve of the antler, I think, just makes it good for someone who's left-handed. And then I started thinking, when I mounted it, let me kind of follow the angle of this for a Ferro rod that we could just lay flat. And this would allow somebody with a disability just to hold the Ferro rod down like so. And then I had another idea. I don't know if you can see this. This was an old screwdriver. I thought, well, let me cut a slot in that and see if this will make a striker. But as I was doing that, as I ground this down and polished it up, it kind of got annealed, which means the metal got softened. And this is a cheap screwdriver. It's not a very good grade of steel. So I went ahead and I hardened it. I heated it up and quick quenched it, made it harder. Anywho, so we're gonna see how that works. And then I was in my shop and I had shop towels, and these are kind of like clothy. And I was wondering if we could start a fire with that, because I just throw them away when I'm done and they're kind of expensive. So let's go ahead. It's coffee time, and I'm going to show you how to make Vietnamese coffee. I was kidding around with Open Air Fish Market. I left a comment on his beef stew video, and he said I should be a food critic, and actually I kind of am in a way for Google. So I'll put a clip here. People read my reviews of restaurants. Anyway, one of my favorite cuisines is Vietnamese. They have some of the best coffee. So their culinary origins are with the French culture, because they were a French colony. They use very high quality coffee. It's a very strong coffee, and sweetened condensed milk. I like this container because you can just squeeze it out. You don't have a big mess. But you need one of these. This is a fin, which is Vietnamese for filter. So it has this plate. You put about 2 tablespoons of coffee in here. You screw this down tight, and then you prime the coffee grounds with just a little bit of hot water. Wait a couple minutes, and then back this off, and then you'll pour your coffee water in, and it'll steep and then drip into a pool of sweetened condensed milk. And it's typically served over ice, or you can have it hot. We're gonna have it hot today. All right, so let's get this fire thing going here. All right, so we have our striker and our shop towel, and I don't know how this is gonna work. got flamage. There we go. Don't work out too bad. So I think heat treating this helped that striker because I wasn't getting very good sparks. Again, when I ground it, it heated it up enough and it cooled slowly to anneal it. So, all right, well that works. Let's go ahead and feed our fire so we can make our Vietnamese coffee. And I think I'll save this little lid for starting fires. Okay, here's that little table I got from Battle Box. So let's go ahead and load our thin, that's PHIN. This is Cafe Du Monde from New Orleans. All right, so we took the coffee up to the top of that screw. We got to be able to thread this in. Okay, so next step is we're going to put about a tablespoon of sweetened condensed cream milk. This is full cream milk. And that coffee is going to steep and drip into there when it's ready. Can you hear the water? Okay, our water's done. So we're going to just pour just a little bit to get those grounds wet, and they're going to swell up. Okay, it's been about a minute and a half. Let's go ahead and put our water in, and we're just going to fill this. Usually go up to the top of that screw there. And cover it, and it's done when it's done dripping. I want to try out my poker, so I'm going to poke some stuff. Oh yeah. Okay, let's take a look. Oh yeah, it's done. Now we need to stir up that cream. There we go. We got to change color. And you have to have good coffee. Particularly, you want something bold like a French roast. You're making basically an espresso. All right, here we go. Oh, that is good. And again, you could pour that over ice just like that. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed my tinkering around with my ambidextrous, disabled person friendly striker, my new striking tool. We didn't get to use my hobo stove, but I got to poke something with my hobo stove. poker, so I was happy to share that with you. All right, you guys have a good weekend. I have kind of a different video coming up tomorrow. Something a little bit personal about my past. Take care. Thanks for watching.